Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living. My name is Gary, and today what we're going to have is watermelon oat groats. So you have to take your watermelon, you have to wash it, you have to cut it in pieces, and you need to remove as much of the watermelon flesh. You'll need at least 2 cups. Now because watermelon is very liquidy, you're only going to need half a cup of water. Let's see how we do this. I think you'll find it an interesting twist to a watermelon oat groats for breakfast.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living, a whole food plant-based lifestyle.
First thing you got to do is wash your watermelon. Get everything out of the way. Okay, I'll just let it here a minute. Get a towel. Just in case you know you got some dirt. You don't want it to come apart. Next thing you have to do is cut it. Take everything out of the way. Okay, so what we're going to do is use a serrated knife. So like this one, and I'm just going to cut off about 1/3 of it. This is very, very ripe, as you can see because of the dark spot down the middle. Now we're just going to cut off the rind. You could actually save that a little bit. I'll probably eat it. You don't want any of the rind. It's bitter, it's not going to taste good. It's going to go either in your compost bin or in your waste bin. Here in California, we have to separate now our food bin from our trash bin. You don't want any part of this white piece from your watermelon. Okay. This looks like a seedless watermelon. Huh, okay, you just never know what your window picks up at the store. Alright, so the next thing you need to do is you need at least 2 cups. Cut it up. Chunk it little pieces. And taste it. Super sweet. Now some people put salt in their watermelon, and we're not going to do that today. You want all the red here. Super sweet. As soon as you get that done, put it in your Instapot. Put in the half cup of water. Now, go back to your sink. We'll deal with this later. We're gonna have all kinds of smoothies coming up. I'll take care of the watermelon. Take this temporarily, we're gonna stick it in our trash, but it's not gonna go there because we have a special bin for it. This right here, you're just gonna cut the big pieces and stick it into this container here, measuring cup. Then you're going to put it in the sink, and you're going to take this and drain the liquid that you got from it in the measuring cup. I'm going to set this aside for another interesting video. Next thing you do, you're going to wipe this down so nothing gets sticky. Watermelon juice can be very, very sticky. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that here real quick. Now watch, you're going to take your oat groats in your container and you're going to put it in. And then from here, we're just going to do this trick, okay? Then you're going to use a nice clean filter, like a strainer. And normally what I do when I do this, I do this dry. I didn't plan this to happen, but let's go get the spatula. So we get our full 2 cups. Okay. The house has got filtered water. Get rid of the extra liquid, put it into the Instapot. Okay, really easy from here. We're going back to the front. I'll show you what's. As soon as that's done, you put the lid back on. Make sure it lines up correctly. There's a center piece right here. That has to be in the center. What we do is we manually turn on. It's set for 20 minutes already, and that's it. There. As soon as that you hear that buzzer, it's starting its countdown. So I'll come the pressure, then it'll start the full 20 minutes. All right, we'll see you for a little bit during natural venting. I made a mistake, but it hasn't locked on yet. So you can still open the lid. And what I'm going to do is add 2 tablespoons of cranberries to mix. Then I'm going to stir it all together. Make sure that the oat groats are in the watermelon and water. Make sure they're on the bottom. We still have time to put this back on. Still thinking about it. And we haven't lost any time at all. Okay. We're back at it. We're waiting for it to turn on and come to pressure. So what I did wrong, see this? I forgot to turn this in the middle to start sealing it. So as soon as it came to pressure, it started right away venting the steam out of it. So you need to have that in the center to be able to work. So we're starting our 20-minute cycle, and the lock is still not in place yet. No, the lock is in place. So now it's going to be a countdown until we get through it. So we're seeing a little bit. Now we're at 15 minutes. Now we're at 13 minutes. 11 minutes. 9 minutes. 4 minutes. Alright, so what has happened is the Instant Pot is finished. So what we're going to do next is we're going to turn it off, and now we're going to let it vent. See? It's going to take about 15 minutes to vent. What we have here, we have our two bowls. One bowl would be to remove the liquid, one bowl would be for our breakfast in the morning. This is our scoop, this is our mesh to be able to separate the liquid from our delicious ingredients. And on this left side here, this is our container for the next day when we have watermelon oat groats. And of course the spatula. Alright, so now we just have to wait for it to finish off right over here in the Instant Pot. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so now the steam's gone. The lock just dropped. You listen to the music, you know it's ready. Drop that in. Then what you do is you grab the ingredients. Let me show you. Can you see that a little bit? Right there. What we're going to do is tilt it forward so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to put everything into the screen. Now there's some people, this is way too wet, but I add things to my cereal in the morning, protein powder, all kinds of different things, and I need it wet. So if that's your case, that you want to have dry cereal, you add more of the oat groats, and you cook large batches. Okay, so you have the liquid left over here, so then you take half of it for your breakfast this morning, the rest in here, and you might have to take some more out because that's not going to be very much, and then you pick it up, okay, just slowly do this to it. Okay. If you need a little more, you just grab a little more. Okay. So then what I do is I make a little sign, in this case, watermelon oat groats. And I will put this in my refrigerator, and tomorrow I'll eat it. The leftover liquid, I forgot to mention that. I always save it, pour it back in. Sometimes the oat groats absorb it, and if it doesn't, it makes no difference. So by the time I put in my psyllium and some of my vegan protein powder on, and my flaxseed on top of it, it absorbs that liquid up, makes it thicker, and it works perfect for me. It's more of a loose breakfast, but it's perfect for what I want. Now this is my morning breakfast. Oh, I got a spoon. And we'll see, the cranberries have puffed out. Oh, you don't even need maple syrup on top. Some people put the maple syrup. The cranberries just released all their deliciousness, their sugar into it. It's very, very delicious. Very good. Now the water, there's not much left of the watermelon because it's infused itself into the meal. But it's a good hearty appetite for what is going to be after the day. Well, everybody, have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this short series of oat groats. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you soon on the next video.
If you like what you see, subscribe. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.